Hey again everyone, how are you? I'm Debbie Campos, and today I want to be talking to you guys about my planned nutrition for when I go to my thru hike of the Pacific Crest Trail. So I am vegetarian, and I was born vegetarian, so meat has never been part of my diet. I have tried it, and I have hated it because it tastes awful. um, but if you're fine with meat, I'm good. I'm not judgmental, but it's just a choice that it was made for me since I was born, but it's a choice that as an adult I decided to follow. So good pros and cons on being a vegetarian. And just to make sure you understand, vegetarian is not vegan. I'm not vegan. I drink milk, I eat eggs, so I eat products that are produced by animals, but I don't eat animals. So I don't eat chicken, I don't eat fish, and I don't eat red meat. So just so you know what vegetarian is. So pros and cons of being vegetarian, especially hiking. Well, before all this, a disclaimer. This is something, it's a diet for me. It's something that works for me. I will completely advise you to look for a nutritionist before you go on this thru hike yourself. Try to see what works for you and what's best, for your type of diet, and make sure that you won't be deficient while hiking. I am I have a degree in I'm a paramedic. I also have degrees in nutrition, so I know a little bit about all this stuff. And also I come from a background of natural medicine, so I am very against myself using chemicals and drugs, but I will use it if I have to, if I need to. I just try to avoid it. So the only thing it's part of my daily diet, it's actually just vitamins. That's all I take. And I'm 49 years old, and I am very proud to say that I am 49. I will be 49 now in December. And I'm proud to say that I find myself strong and healthy, and I rarely get sick. Just a cold once in a while. Alright, so with that in mind, my plan, so I've decided not to mail, well, I will end up mailing myself one product only, one or a couple products only on the trail, because I'm afraid not to find them. Everything else I will be buying as we go. Why I decided to do that? Well, first of all, I wanna be a support for all the trail towns that we're gonna be going through. I think it's important to stimulate the economy in those towns, so they will be there for future generations that want to enjoy the thru hike of the Pacific Crest Trail. But I know it's going to be challenging for me because I'm vegetarian. So I have heard that there are many places now that are offering more options for vegetarians and vegans. I'm not 100% sure because I haven't done it. So if you know and you want to let me know in the comment section below, I would really appreciate it. Any feedback, it's greatly appreciated. So with that in mind, because let's go back to the pros and cons. It's they're not food options are not always available throughout the trail. Because I don't eat meat, I have a tendency to become anemic very fast. So I'm always watching my iron levels and my hemoglobin levels whenever I can. Test it, go to doctors, they do a blood exam, and oh, you're low. So I always end up going back and taking my vitamins. So this is part of my daily, is the GNC Ultra Women's Ultra Mega. It's an excellent vitamin. It's a little expensive. This right here is $20, but it's the only set of vitamins that I feel that my body really absorbs it, because I have tried Centrums before and other kinds of vitamins, and they just get stuck in my digestive system and they don't get digested at all. And I believe it's because most of the minerals are not organic, so they don't get absorbed. They just go through, and sometimes I end up throwing up because they just stay there in my stomach. So this is the only vitamin that my body completely absorbs it, and it makes me feel excellent every day. I feel really good. Last year I got a little lazy and I ended up not taking my vitamins for almost a year. And at the end of that year, I was feeling very weak, and every time I went hiking with my daughter, I was huffing and puffing so hard, especially because here the elevation is so high. So well, I actually went to the doctor, and they told me that I was deficient in iron, and that totally made sense now that I think yes, because iron is responsible for the production of hemoglobins, and hemoglobins are the ones that carry our oxygen everywhere. So if you have low hemoglobins, guess what? You're gonna have very little oxygen being, distributed around your body. I will actually add my sources in the description below, so if you want to check some links on this kind of information. So I know that for hiking, my major thing would be just have enough, hemoglobins to carry my oxygen. So, uphills are easier, and you sleep better, you have more energy. That's how I feel. So this is it. This is going to be my daily vitamins every day, but it's not just any vitamin. You have to look for the ones that are really absorbed by your body, vitamins and minerals. Also, GNC has for men also, so you should check it out if you're a guy. My second thing is that because I am vegetarian, I also am low always in my diet tend to be very high in carbs and low in protein. So this is a great source that I always take, not all the time, but when I feel like I'm getting low in protein and my muscles are getting weaker, I always take, for 2 or 3 months, protein. This is whey protein. So whey is made out of yogurt. I don't actually know the process exactly, but it's made out of yogurt, the protein coming from yogurt. So it's very digestive, very easy on my stomach too. So I'm not going to be taking coffee when I'm through hiking. Coffee, I feel like it gives me that spark of energy, but then it makes me feel tired afterwards. Although it's a very quick solution, it's not good if for long term through hiking, because first of all it dehydrates you faster, and it's not a real energy. It's just a spike, and then there's the crash after that, so it makes you actually feel more tired. So my breakfast every day will be just protein. I'm gonna wake up in my tent, shake my protein with water, drink it, get my stuff ready, start hiking. Then around 8 o'clock, because I intend to wake up really early, then around 8 o'clock at night, in the morning, if I start feeling hungry, then I'll stop and make myself a cereal or some sort of oatmeal, something with fiber. So yeah, so protein, this one is Body Fortress. I buy it at Walmart. GNC also makes protein, but it's really expensive, so I feel like this one is really good. And it is for 2 scoops is 60 grams of protein. So the way you figure out your normal usage of protein during the day, it's 1 gram per kilogram of your body weight. So you just need to transform from pounds to kilograms, and then 1 gram per kilogram. I will include the link in the description below. But above everything, I'm going to say it again, just talk to your nutritionist or your doctor, and then they will give you the best thing for you for the trail, for sure. Well, this is for me. This is what works for me. And during my resupplies, I know it's not going to be the healthiest, but I believe that these two together will help me a little bit with the hiker hunger, because a lot of the hiker hunger, I believe, is because your body is so malnourished after a certain point. So you just have to bring what you're losing back into your body. All right, so what about you? If you're planning a thru hike in 2020, what is your plan to your nutrition, so you get a better chance to finishing up the trail successfully? Of course, for all this stuff, I will always follow up after my thru hike with what worked and what didn't work. I know this worked for me in my regular backpacking and hiking life. Let's see how it goes during the trail. My food, like I said, it's just gonna be during the desert. I'm gonna try to go stoveless majority of the time. Maybe when I go up in San Jacinto Mountains, I will then grab a fuel canister, so I can take something hot. But I will just be using the fuel canister, just for the colder temperatures. So yeah, and that's it. So I hope you guys are also working on your nutrition and how you will be trying to stay healthy on the trail. And let me know what you're planning. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you guys in the next video. All right, take care, and I'll see you later. Bye.